Family, how we do with y'all? Everybody prepare themselves for the so-called tropical heat wave passing through the east. Moving through. Power Rod. That's his thing. That's his thing to do. Let him know his presence. Those who disassociate themselves with his power and his being, as if some other name and stuff like that. So I just want to continue what I was doing because, no news is good news. Maybe it is hitting some, manufacturers out there into the brains of people, ideologies and stuff like that. Maybe it's touching a point. So like I said, man, like that meme I seen with a good elder queen warrior princess queen Harriet Tubman, where the meme is saying that you cannot win peace. I said war before, but it's peace. Win peace by force. You can only win peace by reaching an understanding. So that's more like the thing that is being oppressed. It's our peace to understanding. That's the main thing. It's like we struggle to understand, certain dilemmas because we are far from reach of that understanding. I mentioned a lot about the whole continent, my background over there and stuff like that. But they themselves, go through the traumatization as well. You have some confused folks out there who may consider themselves, part of the holistic doctrine that they have there. You're not aware of like in the 1930s how British parliaments infiltrated over there, and in order to gain some of the resources, they manufactured some kind of doctrine and mixed their names up. And now these people's having what you call a war against each other, and that's what they're good at doing. So, it's only right. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's only right I do videos and come live and direct, so you don't see no half jibby jab. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to those soldiers out there, putting the move up. Shouting, like the good guy, the good prince he calls himself, Dr. Umar. He has a good, very intelligent perspective. It's just that I don't know about his social platform like that. Like, he's been scrutinized in all kind of ways. But he touched on a lot of things that I would like to, get at too. It's very valuable. Even the so-called, like I was watching the Killer Mike, his little interview where he expressing rappers, out of all people, to, it's true, to make sure their dollar go back to their community. You know what I'm saying? But this community that you're talking about, it is, you can't sugarcoat how much it is fed by a westernized tradition. You can't sugarcoat that. This is my main reason why I gotta come out and say certain things in my background, stuff like that, and how we're the same people. Just because my background might stipulate a certain region of the continent, doesn't mean if you do extensive research and you talk to your elders and talk to your family, and their whereabouts, like the Aboriginal Americans, you know what I mean? They don't really have that problem, but they can actually root the coming of their, clan beginning. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was, in fact, all holistically indigenous, or did it have like this Nubian interface that I keep on mentioning and stuff like that. And, people talk about the Yucatan Peninsula. You know, you could bring that up to date. You know, you talk about the pyramid of the sun. It's almost as old or even older. You know, I haven't got to the conclusiveness of that, but older is the pyramids in Giza. You know, which is a European term when you say pyramid. So when I say that, I'm just speaking in European terms. There is translations to that term. So, you know, we have to get in depth with what causes community wealth. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could start your own enterprise, your small mom and pop shop, but it's like, I try to say this before, it's like we got to get on a corporate level. We got to incorporatize, you know, our monetaries. You know, they said we have 4 billion in spending power. You know, over 4 billion. 4 billion, that's a lot. You know, and just imagining you generating that 4 billion to a group of people of your ethnic background, whether it's Aboriginal American, because I believe a lot of them, you know, they consider themselves part of the Nubian family, as far as I can see it. You know, like I did extensive research on where my elder queen elder mom, you know, where her background linked from, and it showed a lot about, you know, the Aboriginal side over here. So, and then when you look at that, you can see the Washita, the Yucatan, the Yamasee, you know, you can see the Creek, you know what I'm saying? You also got all those that came from the continent, and in the middle of the, you know, 1619s, 1620s, they came over here and they formed their groups. You got like the Seminole, you got the Gullah Geechee, and so forth. Big, you know, shout out to my the Achama Nation, you know, bringing that information forth. You see, but the thing is, it's about connecting back to the ancestral realm. I'm telling you, that's the main key thing, that these people are in place to take you out of that. When you're supporting a companies like, you know, I can't say all their names because they'll be right in my door. You know, all the clothing, you know, not the clothing line. You can go to the clothing line. You could go to the automotive industries. You know, you can go to the paper industries. You know, I wanted to get into the paper and write, because that's my next trade of fashion, doing press, operating press machinery, because I want to do something with publications to help publications push through, send their messages out and advertise. You know, so I had that kind of perspective. It's like, but we gotta really, you know, like Killer Mike, we gotta really identify that King Alfred plan that was placed in front of us. You know, there was an agenda. You know, like I'm traveling in these states and whatnot, and I see all these farms and stuff like that. Like Martin had the great elder Martin Luther King had a point as during the time of his transition. He stated that these people were given fundings to come up with land and educate them. Not only get the land, but educate them. Their own people. Secretly educate them to cultivate land out here. And this is how we get the corn, you know, the Kellogg's out here, the Nebraska milk out here, you know, or, you know, even all this stuff. And they so much in doubt and drought of, you know, getting money, they doing the genetic modification, you know, to, you know, keep the money up. You know, we all got a thing with the automotive industry, how they shot down Henry Ford when he came up with the solution, instead of using the coal power and the natural gas power, but to use the hemp oil. You know, so it's like really we got to touch base on the ancestral realm to see what naturally we can come up with to gain wealth. You know, wealth is just not no bunch of skyscrapers. Wealth is when your family and that family, the next family, and that next family don't have to worry about nothing. Nothing, not a drop of water, not a earthquake. They don't have to worry about it. That's what wealth is about. So, you know what I'm saying? And it's about understanding the processes. The processes is down right now. Let me come back. It's a little to my time. Peace.